Y'all thought y'all was gonna get rid of me that quick? Nope. I have a very special bonus episode for you guys, and I am interviewing my mom. My mom, her name is Teresa Dillard. She is a registered nurse, and she is a curvy woman herself who raised a curvy woman. And so I'm so excited for you guys to hear her perspective in our very special bonus episode. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Hi, Mommy.
Hey, honey, how are you?
Good. I'm so excited to have you as our guest.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, this is very, very exciting because I'm releasing this as like a bonus episode for everyone. So they'll
Okay.
they'll think that there was a finale, and then it's like, nope, here's the big bang. Me and my mommy. I did tell the people who you were briefly, but can you just let them know who you are and what you do?
My name is Teresa Dillard. I'm a registered nurse and I work in the operating room. And I'm Brittany's mom.
Hey. Yes. So all of your life, Mom, you've been a curvy girl, right? And you
Yes.
like went through variations of curvy girl, like I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
Where like even if you had a small waist, you were blessed with these beautiful hips and booty and
Yes.
these
Yes.
babies right here. Can you just
Yes.
talk a little bit about your experience as a curvy woman in all shapes and sizes of what that means?
Well, for me, a curvy woman just means I like to eat. You know what I mean? I like my I like my greens and my cornbread, and it never affected me in a negative way. I mean, I never had problems getting men, never had problems getting jobs, don't have health issues really. I just like to eat.
I just like to eat.
Yeah.
And
And I like me, most important. So,
you
and I
like
guess it shows through, I smile all the time. I'm happy. So I've never had any challenges from my weight.
I know that's right. And she says she likes to eat, but she's an amazing cook, everybody. So she backs it up.
Thank you.
Can you I heard you say that you like you. Can you talk about a time when maybe you didn't like you, and how did you get back to a healthy space within yourself?
Well, as a child, I really didn't like me. I always strived for my father's attention, which I never seemed to get unless it was a negative attention or attention about my grades because I was a good student. So it kind of caused low self esteem. But my first transformation, I was 15 and I lost weight and the curves just fell into place. And then it started. My
Then
first boyfriend, got my first baby.
so let's talk about this weight loss journey, because this is the cool. Mommy, back the phone up a little bit.
Okay.
This is the coolest story ever. Can you please tell people how you lost the weight? Because it didn't work for me. So please tell them how you did it.
Well, I went to stay with my sister. And first of all, I broke my leg skating, so I was on crutches. And but even before that, before the crutches, I just decided I love potato chips, I love M&Ms, and I like soda. So I would eat a bag of potato chips, a bag of peanut M&Ms, and my Wink soda every day, and I would just walk.
You would eat, what is it called? Wink soda?
Wink, you don't make it no more. It's like a lemon lime soda.
Oh, like Sprite.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you had
But
one
it
a day.
works for me. Yeah, that's all I ate all day.
I'll see. Yeah, that's probably why it don't work for me, because I want to have my Wink soda, my M&Ms, my chips, and my McDonald's.
No, you have to leave the McDonald's out.
Yeah. So
Gradually, you could work it back in, but hey.
right. So not only have you had experiences as a curvy woman, but you've also had experience as a mom raising a curvy daughter. Can you talk about your experience raising me?
Well,
and
I've always instilled positive strengths into you, and I always let you know how beautiful you were, no matter what your size, because you're beautiful on the inside and out. And if they don't like you for who you are, then you don't need them.
hey,
Don't wait till I slim down. You gotta like me where I'm at, because as we all get older, we gonna get big. So if you gonna like me, you need to like me right now, and the best is yet to come. Because like I always told you, you can lose weight, but if you're ugly, you're ugly. You're beautiful, so.
It sounds for everybody. I'm gonna tell you what she actually said. She said, "I can lose weight. You can't lose ugly." Oh, mommy, push the camera back. This is so cute.
Okay. Put it down.
There you go. What about those moments? One thing I really admire is that there would be moments where other people would put me down, right? Whether it be other family or maybe friends, quote unquote. What are some advice that you can give for any mother who is listening to this, who is raising a curvy person who may be dealing with being talked about or bullied because of their weight?
You want me to show them that ugly side? Because that didn't happen too often to my face. You don't talk about my baby. You know what I mean? And you never was, there was nothing to talk about. Because you were always beautiful. You were. I mean, I can't recall not one time that happened. That somebody said to me in my face, my daughter's fat.
Yeah. No, I'm
you
talking.
Know what they got.
Right. I'm talking about more specifically when they would say it to me and then I would come back to you.
Oh, well, I would just reassure you that, well, yeah, we're voluptuous. More of you to love, and you still beautiful no matter what they say.
Yeah.
You got to first love you. And then if you don't like it, anything you don't like, you have you can change. So either embrace who you are or change it.
Yes. What do you?
Yeah.
I've heard you say quite a few times since we began the interview that you have to love yourself. Mom, back the camera up. That you have to love yourself, Mom.
Right where you are.
So take the camera. There you go. Keep it right there. That's perfect.
Okay.
Right. How do we love ourselves, and how do we begin to love ourselves?
Well, you have to embrace who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you already know your heart. Nobody knows your heart better than you. And actually, to get over my pain, I had to have a relationship with God, and I had to ask Him to heal me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because my father was gone, I couldn't talk to him about how he affected me, so I had to give it to God.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about Granddad and how you had to forgive him after he was no longer here, right?
Yes.
And on the show, we talk about having opportunities to forgive people while they're still here. Can you talk about your journey a little bit of forgiving Granddad without actually being able to talk to him?
Well, at one time I wrote a letter before he was dead, but I didn't have the courage to send it to him because in hindsight, I realized he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't do it on purpose. You know, that was just his personality. Now, he was a great grandpa, but we, his children, didn't see that. We didn't get love and attention y'all that he put on you guys. So I wrote a letter first. That was healing for me. And then I just prayed, and I prayed constantly that God would just take that heaviness out of my heart and teach me to love myself.
Yeah.
The first time God showed me. Don't ever pray that.
You said you prayed what?
For God to show me myself. Don't pray that.
Don't pray that one, huh?
No, don't pray that one.
I know that's right. And something else, I live in what I've heard other generations call the popcorn generation, right? Where we want it right now. About how long did it take for you to get your peace?
It's probably took about a year of constant praying and asking God to heal me because there was nothing else I could do. And he promised this life and life abundantly. And he will give you the desires of your heart. So I would remind him of what his word says. And eventually I just woke up and I didn't have that heaviness anymore. Yeah. And I began to love me.
Yeah. You have one daughter and two sons.
Yeah.
And at some point, we've all dealt with an issue with our bodies. The oldest, he's a workout fanatic, but but at some point, we were all a little chubby. What was the difference between making sure that the boys were sure of themselves and making sure that I was sure of myself within the changes that our body went through?
Well, you were easier because you were a girl and I'm a girl, so we can relate. And I could tell you how I feel, and you know what I mean. I can't really be a man, but I would just always reassure them because listen, they my children, they fine, they handsome. You know what I mean? And it's easier for a heavy man. I mean, they can get a woman. You know what I mean? People don't look at them the same as they look at heavy women. You know?
Yeah.
It's just the society we live in. It's okay to be a little thick if you're a man, but it's not okay in society's eyes if you think if you're a woman.
Why do you think that is?
When them skinny people can't find their man, like Monique said, they over the fat lady's house.
I know that's right.
Well, you can't find it. And the bars is closed. That's where he at.
That's where he at. Why do you think that in society views big women more negatively than they do big men?
Well, because everybody wants to be Barbie doll. You know, Barbie, that little husband with the 24-inch waist. And, you know, it's just always, even from songs, you're supposed to be 36, 24, 36.
Big house.
Yeah. And I've been there before, and I didn't even love myself.
Wow. So what I just heard you say that was so powerful is I was that size before. I was what society said, and I still didn't even love myself.
No.
Yeah. So it's an inside job.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, that's a beautiful way to end out Curvy Confidence, right? Because it's an inside job. And I think that that's what Curvy Confidence stands for, right? You could be a size 2 or you could be a size 40, but it's an inside job.
Yes.
It's an inside job.
Yeah.
Please,
inside job.
If you could go back to 5-year-old Teresa, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to reach inside herself and love herself. Let her know it's okay. She is okay. Because I wasn't a fat child. I just never was. All the other kids just wanted his money. I wanted my daddy. And he always just pushed me away. So if I had to go back, I guess I would just reach for my mama.
Go to mommy.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'd have to change that scenario because that's just not who he was at that time. So,
yeah.
People asked him, you know, Sean, my oldest son, asked him one time, I know you're not supposed to have a favorite, but out of all your kids, who's your favorite? And he said the two of us that he really pushed away the most. Wow. Me and my older sister were his favorites, but we didn't get treated like it.
Wow, and I think that that's something that is also very powerful because perhaps, and you know, he's gone, so we can't talk to him, but perhaps it was you were his favorite, but he didn't have the capacity to show it, right? He didn't have the capacity to love.
Right.
You know, he didn't.
And I always had this mouth.
Yeah, and so did he. God bless him.
So, you know, I would get smart all the time. So
yeah, which is probably why you were his favorite, because you were just like him.
Yes.
Yes. Well, this was awesome, Mommy. Thank you so much for joining us. Please let everybody, Mom, pull the phone up.
You know I'm not good with taking pictures or these phones.
It's okay.
So I apologize.
No, it is lovely. I love it because I'm like, now people are going to be able to see where I get parts of my personality. Well, like when you call Barbie a hussy, I said, okay. Please let everybody know where to find you. What's your Instagram? What's your Facebook? Where can they find you?
I have an Instagram, but I think I just named it Teresa Bazemore.
Yep.
I'm real original. No?
And how do you spell Bazemore so they don't think that we spell it like the basketball player?
Right. Bazemore.
Yep. So it's at Teresa Bazemore on Instagram. And how can they find you on Facebook?
It is Teresa Bazemore-Dillard.
Yep, that is her. Thank you so much for joining us, Mommy, on our bonus episode.
Welcome, baby. Love you.
I love you too. I love your nails. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, right, guys, it's official. This was the end of season 1. I hope that you enjoyed this bonus episode. It was so special to me. My mother is so special to me. And I hope that you learned something today. I send you off with so much love and so much light. We'll see you at season 2. Mwah!